Howdy, my name is Shannon Barbeau, and I am a first semester grad student in the ALEC department. I was born in Houston, Texas. My parents made the decision to move to Katy because the schools were better, as well as the overall atmosphere being safer. So I lived in Houston for only about 2 years before moving to Katy, and I lived in Katy, Texas until I moved to College Station 4 years ago. So I grew up in Katy with my mom, my dad, my younger sister, and my older brother. My sister Sydney is a junior at the University of Mary Hardin Baylor, and my older brother Sean is a senior here at A&M. So when I was in high school, I played volleyball. I had been playing for about 8 years, and I practiced so hard all the time. But even after hours and hours of daily practice, I noticed I wasn't really getting much better, and then I decided that maybe volleyball wasn't for me. That's when I found FFA. I was a sophomore in high school, and I got really involved. I raised sheep and goats, and I participated in leadership development events and career events. I honestly believe that I ended up at A&M because of FFA, and I ended up majoring in ag science because of FFA. In my free time, I enjoy training service dogs. The dog I trained, Captain, graduated in February 2015 and went on to be a mobility assistance dog for a woman in Dallas. Captain is a standard chocolate labradoodle with a goofy but hard-working personality. He loved making people laugh, and he was really good at it. Training Captain has been one of the most rewarding experiences, and I love getting updates on how he's helping his partner live a more independent life. When I had Captain, he went everywhere with me for a little bit over a year. He went to classes with me, came to restaurants with me, church, went home with me over the summer, and I got to teach him everything from house training to turning on lights and doing laundry. I now serve as the trainer supervisor for Aggie Guide dogs and service dogs, and I'm the head of the training program. So I don't have my own dog anymore, but you may see me around the AGLS building with someone else's dog in training. I got into training service dogs after my dad fell ill while I was in high school. I noticed that our pets, who were not so well trained, were more careful around my dad and seemed to understand that he needed their help. Because they were barely trained well enough to sit on command, their quote-unquote help consisted of snuggling and standing extra still so he could pick them up easier. I wondered how a trained service dog could help him mitigate his new disability. Unfortunately, he passed away shortly after, but I will continue making him proud by helping others with disabilities gain greater independence. I graduated from Texas A&M last May 2016 with a degree in agricultural science. I completed my student teaching at Caldwell High School, and I had a great experience. I taught 2 principles of agriculture, food, and natural resources classes, a horticulture class, vet science, and a floral design class. I learned so much during my few months there. I'm now a graduate assistant and a student in the ALEC department, and I'm not sure what I want to do after I graduate yet, but I can see myself going to teach high school for a few years. So, relative to some others, I don't think I was really ever at risk as a youth. My dad passed away when I was 18, so I didn't really experience a single-parent household because I had already moved out at that point. Other than that, I lived in a very nice neighborhood and went to good schools in Katy ISD. Obstacles that I had to overcome really start and end with my dad being sick. He was diagnosed with ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease, when I was a junior in high school. So I quit my after-school job making ice cream to take care of him while my mom went back to work full-time to support our family. This was a very trying time for my family emotionally and financially, but we never lost faith and life continued on. I applied to colleges, and eventually it was time for me to move in during the summer of 2012 for Gateway. My dad passed away right before my first ever round of college finals, and so I ended up driving back to College Station the day after the funeral to take exams. It was rough, but I knew he would be really proud of me. I believe that the year and a half my dad was sick leading to his death definitely had the possibility of setting me off my path to success. I could have easily stayed home for a few semesters, but I kept going. Although everyone's definition of success is different, and I don't believe me taking time off would have made me or anyone else unsuccessful, but for me, staying busy is how I deal with things, so potentially taking time off could have gotten me going down the wrong path. Another situation that could have sent me down the wrong path was growing up in a part of Houston my family lived in before moving. I didn't necessarily overcome this situation because my parents made the decision to move, because they wanted to give me and my siblings the best chance of success. So, compared to the situations described in the text, Youth at Risk, I don't really think I was at risk. However, reflecting on past situations through this assignment, the path to success wasn't really a straight shot for me. But obstacles only make you stronger, so I wouldn't change it even if I had the opportunity.